Hello. I have a stomach ache, and today I will be drinking wine and going through my record collection. Now, most of these that I'm showing will be in alphabetical order. However, I'm moderately dysfunctional, and a few of these are scattered around my room. I'm in my childhood bedroom currently, visiting from out of town. So you know, some of these I honestly don't have much to say about at all, and that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes it's certain projects are just kind of a moment in time, and sometimes you're stoned on your day off, and then you see an album you saw once on Spotify, on your Discover Weekly, and you're like, "Oh, I need that," and you never do. So this is how this is gonna happen. I'm gonna just do the damn thing, and if I have a thought, oh, by fucking God, just know you're gonna damn well hear it.
In 1984.
Baby Hugh story, living legend. This was actually really early on in my collection. I've before I hit the point of, oh shit, I've spent too much money on records. This is when I own this, if that's any sort of indicator of how long I've had this. And this is a fantastic record. There's a cover of, and I forget who the original artist is. There's a cover of Change Is Gonna Come. It was Sam Cooke. That's who it was who wrote the original version. And there's one of the most deathly screams I think ever recorded a man. Yeah, I don't remember when he passed away. I think it was a long time ago, but a legend, for most fucking certain. Excellent EP, released, I believe, last year by a joint effort of Baby Rose and Bad Bad Not Good. Fucking short run, but incredible throughout. Very just. I mean, this stuck with me. I was listening to this like nonstop. I think Baby Rose has one of the most mature voices I've like ever heard from a vocalist ever. I mean, she all due respect, but she sounds like she's 65, but I believe she's in her early 30s, late 20s, and I mean she's a fantastic vocalist, and just really captures feelings like no one else. This is one of those parts of the collection where it's like, okay, he's that kind of person. Capacity by Big Thief. Not my first project that I listened to by them. Actually, what's next is Masterpiece by Big Thief, which this is also really early on in my record collection before I got like really into it. Back when I was 19 years old, I was at Voltage Records in Asheville, North Carolina, and I saw this, and I was like, I'm definitely a books by covers person when it comes to buying records and music. If the record is interesting, looks interesting, I can't help but see it out, and that thinking doesn't necessarily always work out. However, this was an exception to it. Though I don't enjoy it like in the same way that I used to, I still hold a very special place for this record, and I think as I feel like matured more in life and in like my taste, I think I've grown to appreciate Capacity a lot more for what it is, because it's definitely a step up from what Masterpiece is, though it is an incredible album. I mean, this was next level, and their other projects are also fantastic. Ants from Up Here by Black Country New Road. Um, Probably one of, I could define this as probably the most cinematic album I've ever listened to. I feel like when I listen to it, it's almost I watch a stage play go on in my head. There will be in the future a lot of drinking to this album, um, especially if I eventually find a girlfriend and she breaks up with me. Next, a project near dear in my heart, I Come I think that's how you pronounce it. I actually haven't opened it by Bon Iver. But funny enough, I still have the cassette. I used to listen to oh my god, in a stack. I have probably completely worn out this cassette. Um, it's very strange. The most experimental effort that I have heard from Bon Iver. There's nothing else like this. There is nothing else like this that I have ever heard, and I have not listened to it actually in probably a couple of years. Funny enough, but I definitely had my rounds with it, and it is one of the pieces of music of all time, for sure, and definitely I think it's difficult to understand with a sober mind. This album is probably one of my favorite things that's come out this year. Lower by Benjamin Booker, absolute pivot in by him sonically, working with Kenny Siegel on this album, who has gained notoriety for working with artists such as Billy Woods. I'm pretty sure he's based in L.A. and I think the production on this album is definitely a lot more straightforward. I feel like is a way to put it. I don't know. It's hard to describe how this album sounds because it's very him, but it's also very different. Benjamin Booker is just such an incredible artist, and I definitely had my rounds. And the second I saw this in the record shop, I had to buy it. At the Drome by Brian's Jonestown Massacre. I had a few weeks with this album, listening to this over and over and over again, and I called up one of my local record stores, shout out Spinster Records, and I said I need this, and can y'all order it? And they did, and I bought it, and it comes in this bifold with fucking nothing in it. It just really lets you use your fucking, I don't know, imagination, I guess.
I was hospitalized for approaching perfection.
Tender by Broadcast. Very interesting record. I've only listened to this while I'm drinking. Very enjoyable, very easy to listen to. I believe actually the lead singer of this project passed away some time ago. Not that that's, I guess that is relevant. In Alphabet of Polythology by Cap'n Jazz, an absolute emo classic. I always forget which wave this is. I'm pretty sure it falls in between second or third. Definitely not first, because you fucking know it if you know the difference. I absolutely love this album. I've never really been super into the mathier side of emo. I've always liked the earlier punkier, like the Hated and Embrace, but this project really does just hold a very special place in my heart, and having this in my collection definitely feels right. And there's a lot of records in here that I could see myself getting rid of because I don't have that much of fixation on them, and don't have memories. But this is never leaving. This is always staying. The Cars, self-titled. My mom loves this band to death. It was her first concert, and consequentially, being raised by a woman who loves the Cars is I am also a huge fan of this album, and I mean, front to back, just classics, good time. Like I could just read this whole thing, and it's just you can't go wrong with this. It's very youthful, and it's catchy and it's poppy and it's something you'd sing getting kicked out of the bar and you're 15 deep and you have a 30-minute walk home. This is the type of shit that would be playing in my head. And maybe it has and I just forgot. Ex-military, Death Grips, completely exposing myself. I don't have much to say about this album in particular. If you know it, you know it. And personally, not my favorite Death Grips project. It's a toss-up between The Bunny Store and Bottomless Pit. But this is, it's still a fantastic, record. Excellent debut. Tons of bangers. Saw them live. Almost got dropped on my head, as one does. Mac DeMarco, This Old Dog. This album helped me get past how much I hated my dad. Definitely a great emotional piece. Mac DeMarco has kind of solidified himself as the indie legend. What every college boy with an acoustic who is insufferable ever wants to be. Just an absolute fucking legend. And, this is actually the only project of his that I feel like I have a real connection to. I've listened to some of his other music. I like his music. This is the Mac DeMarco album. This is the Mac DeMarco album. The next two projects are absolute classics. Drive Like Jehu, Yank Crime, and their self-titled. I like specifically Yank Crime. Just I feel just as energized as the first time I listened to it. Every time I listen to this, I just can't help myself but like bang my head. It's there's nothing else like it. There's quite literally, like, this is the only post-hardcore album that, like, I think I can listen to like in any state of mind. What is in this, what is present within this project is like a rawness and an honesty and like a really vulgar, like, fucking like hairball that's like really spiky and like slimy, but also like sick, and it wears a cowboy hat. So yeah, I really like this album. Doris by Earl Sweatshirt. I'm actually pretty sure that this is that I still have in my I bought records before this, but this was one of the first ones, and I think this might be the only one that I have, like this, like the oldest one that's been in my collection, just like has outlived everything else. I still have it because it was a big part of middle school and high school for me. I still do like this project a lot. It's aged actually pretty well. Some of the songs have. It's a real legend in hip hop, and I've said this before, and maybe it's a hot take, but I think he's like probably top 5 greatest rappers of this generation currently, and I stand by that, and that is also coming from a place of complete bias. And next I have his venture with The Alchemist. which I still am unable to pronounce, so I'm not gonna fucking. I think it's Voir Dire, something like that. Fucking, it's an Alchemist project. It's good. It's got bars. It's exactly what it needs to be. You know. I really enjoyed this. Really also love specifically the Vince Staples features that are in it. Just a really enjoyable project.
Then I painted your face on a $20 bill, but it isn't legal tender.